Hey everyone, hi, good morning. It's another bright morning. My name is John Mwindi. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for checking this channel. And today I'm just so happy. I just feel so nice. The day is just bright. Today looks a bit cloudy, but it's very still. Actually so calm, just like clouds are hanging down like this. There's no wind, the trees are just still, and I feel so easy and rested within. My energies are right. I feel my mind is so still and my heart is still very still, and everything is just happening so restful within. So today I just want to talk about grace. And grace, I see grace as that which makes everything to be like experienced. This is what I mean. Now, when you truly know or realize who you truly are, you become aware of who you truly are. That which is beyond the mind, that which is beyond the body. Like on the count of the mind, we say you are beyond the memories, beyond the projections, beyond the future, past, present, and the future. So you're like the observer on which whatever activity that is happening in the mind, you are that from which these activities can be seen. You're like the observer of the activities. So you can see the activities happening within the mind, but you remain as that stillness or awareness within. And when you talk about also the body, you say whether you are dark, you're light skin, the awareness of who you truly are is neither dark nor light skin or brown, or whether you are short, whether you are tall. The awareness of who you are is always fully complete and rested within, as in it's always full. Whether you lose parts of your organs or you even donate organs, you never feel like the awareness of who you truly are as any less. So having said that, you'll realize that the true nature of who you are is so complete and is beyond this body. This body is happening in it and it's happening from it. Okay? So when you, on the count of the mind that you are beyond that, and on the body you are beyond that, there's that stillness, the complete nature of who you are. So you've now realized the complete nature or the fullness or the spaciousness within, and that is who you truly are. Now, when you realize that that's who you truly are, then you are that from which everything else is arising. And whatever is arising falls, or whatever comes goes, be it in the mind, be it in emotions, be it you're now actually even beyond your body, right? So from that state or from that dimension, you'll realize that why you are experiencing what you are experiencing, either in the mind, be it a thought, or in the body, or your physical interaction, is from that stillness and is grace. grace puts you in that that platform to experience that. The reason why you can listen to me is the grace of that who you are that is making whatever is happening to happen. So I'm driving this car right now. So in this very moment, this is what there is. This is all there is. So from that emptiness, from that stillness and that spaciousness within, it's the grace of that I'm able to do this. I'm able to drive. I'm able to talk to you. I'm able to even think whatever thoughts are arising. Is the grace of that which I am that makes it possible for me to experience life in this form. Now, it becomes even more subtler, like that which you are. First, in the mind, it might appear like it's an experience of the inner spaciousness. But who is that? Who is aware of that? There's a collapse between, or the collapse of that seeking energy, because that's how the mind works, and that who you truly are. It gets to a state that it's like all collapses, and this is all there is, as in there is no observer, there is no observed. It's just as is, and you're just experiencing life. You're just experiencing the energy. You're just experiencing objects happening, and is now from that the grace, we're calling it the grace that makes you to experience whatever is being experienced. So when we say the grace is sufficient, we mean that whatever is being experienced is arising from that inner spaciousness, and it's a grace of that makes it possible for you to be wherever you are, doing whatever you're doing at every moment. Yeah. So grace is more subtle. It's more subtle. It's like that which is it like when you're trying to look at how the mind works, like from that inner spaciousness or inner dimension of stillness to experiencing things in the 3 dimension, in the objects, that which makes you experience that's the grace. And that's why we say grace is sufficient, because whatever is being experienced is all there is, and it's because of the grace of that which you truly are that makes everything to be experienced. But in the mind is the grace of that's who you truly are, and whatever is now arising. So the true nature of who you are is that restfulness, that inner dimension of stillness, that inner spaciousness, that from which everything is arising. So for you to experience now, there's grace of that who you truly are, for you to experience whatever you're experiencing. So it's always sufficient because you're able to experience whatever you're experiencing. And this is so beautiful, because when you realize the true nature of who you are, and then you can feel the energy or the vibration of the grace, and then you just look at if it's an object to be observed in the physical dimension, the objects, or if it's in the mind, or if it's an emotion, then you can see there is grace, which is sufficient, and is that from which like everything is happening. Without grace, you cannot experience anything. It's like the first sweetness of expression before like the full manifestation of the objects or the objects of experience. So like when I'm talking about this grace, there's that inner spaciousness, that inner dimension of stillness within, that which is always there before any object, that is, which is the observer of everything, like that in which everything is happening, or from which that is happening, or without which that cannot be happening. And then now experiencing this, I feel the grace is so sufficient for me to just be here and talk about it. It's so sweet that once you realize who you truly are, yeah, like you get into a state of no mind, and now you can see the grace from which everything can be experienced or is being experienced. Even the memory, even the future, even thoughts, it's because of that, is the grace of that who you truly are that is making everything possible. So it's very sweet to experience this, and life is wonderful and amazing. Its grace is more subtle, but it's very sweet, and it's like, it's so deep to experience the grace. Because when you get into the vibration of grace, it's like there is also a complete surrender of everything. So which means you are now getting to the state of who you truly are beyond the mind, beyond the body. It's like a state or a dimension of total surrender from within. So when you talk of grace, you've like let go of everything. It's the grace of that which is making everything possible. It's the grace itself is beautiful, is an experience beyond any limitation. But the objects being experienced are riding on the platform of grace. So grace, if you calm down the mind, when you truly realize who you truly are, you can experience the grace itself, because you become grounded into the real nature of who you are, beyond any expression or any experience. Then it's grace. Yeah, so in that state of like there's no mind, you're like the observer, your inner spaciousness is like there's power in which and from which everything is happening. There is grace for you to like experience anything. So it's a very subtle frequency. It's a very subtle energy. It's a very close to who you truly are. And it all like collapses to who you truly are, the true nature, the inner spaciousness, the inner unlimited dimension, and the grace, because you're also experiencing that. So grace describing these things because the words are limited, but you can only experience them deep within for you to actually recognize it. So as we go through the day, let's experience, or let's allow, let's collapse to the grace. Let's allow ourselves to truly get into the deeper essence of who we are and see that the grace is sufficient for everything to be experienced and whatever is being experienced, and without any limitations, without identification, you will be able to fully get involved and engaged in whatever you're doing, and fully and openly accept and embrace and just allow everything to flow. Grace is there. The grace is sufficient. Always sufficient. As long as you're experiencing life, grace is sufficient. So thank you so much for watching this video. I just wish you a blissful day, and remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and you can subscribe to this channel, and may grace of that who you truly are be upon you. Yeah. So thank you, and see you in the next one.